Hello, everyone. Welcome to the morning tea. I'm your girl, Alex Schiffman, and joining me today for a second time this week. Hello, Miss Monty Bolanos. How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
I am doing well. Now, today, Monty, is called What Wesley Say Wednesday because one of our moderators, Wesley, always has a lot to say in the chat, and we love to hear it. So, if you glance over at the chat and you see Wesley talking, we're gonna call him out and talk about what he's speculating at the time. But good morning to the Tea Tribe, and if you're just joining us, of course, we love to hear where are you watching from. You know, Monty, the morning tea goes international, so we
Of
have Tea Tribe
course.
members from South Africa, from the Bahamas, like all the places you really want to be right now instead of in your house. um, they come from there. So it's very, very exciting. But how was your Tuesday night?
Oh, good. I actually went to sleep early, I'm a terrible sleeper. Oh my goodness. I apologize for the dog barking right now.
That's,
Dexter, you're embarrassing
that's
me.
next, isn't it?
He's embarrassed. I don't even know what he's looking at. Sometimes he barks at a piece of paper that's just flowing by. It's just a tough thing. Okay, calm down. I'm a terrible sleeper. I actually went to sleep, had a good night of sleep, which I never do. Don't feel bad for me. I just don't sleep. That's just, I don't know. But I had a
Every-
great night of sleep. Like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to go for a run if I got to. But I got to tell you, you look so cute with this purple that matches your background. Girl, stop it. Stop it.
Do you know, it's actually like a baby blue, more of like I don't know, a periwinkle. I think that's what it's called. But
Oh.
thank you so much.
It matches it perfectly, girl. It's like you had a wardrobe stylist today in your glam room and you were like, let's get it. Just like Kylie, you know? We know what that's like. We know what it's like to be Kylie in a glam room. So,
Exactly. I'm basically Kylie with a stylist known as
yeah.
myself. That's my stylist. It's me. And, I had to bring out all the good outfits for you, Monsi. It's just for you. And, of course, the Tea Tribe. Um, Alonce saying, hi, Dexter. Give us a bark to say hi back.
Oh, he is. Don't worry, he'll be back. He'll be back.
Um, but Tea Tribe, before we went live, and Monsi, we got to talk about, we will get to it later in the show, but Demi Lovato's new song, guys, she did that. And I'm going to cry to that song all week because that is what she brought. She brought it, and it's just what I needed. So I'm excited to talk about that later in the story, and she's going to just get Max back with her talent, as she should, Power Woman. But we have a lot to talk about today. Also, I don't know if you heard T Tribe, but Rihanna is coming back for her Fenty show 2020 on October 2nd. It'll be on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you caught Normani last year. She killed it. I'm excited to see who comes this year, but I'm looking forward to it. Are you going to watch that, Monsi?
100%. I love her Fenty beauty line. Have you ever used it?
Oh yeah. I don't know if I have it on today, but I use her lip gloss. It's amazing.
That lip gloss, all you need is like a dollop and it lasts you for hours. It's like, Riri, I'm gonna use
Right.
this for a year. I'm not gonna this lasts so long. I
I also
love
heard
it.
I heard that her concealer is good too, the Fenty concealer. T Tribe, if you've used it, I'm actually, looking on the market for a new concealer. I currently use Tarte, but I heard NARS is great, and then I heard Fenty is also great. So right after this, I'm heading to Sephora and getting some new concealer. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the chat.
I will meet you at Sephora, girl. I will meet
Perfect.
you
Let's do it. Masks and all. We got to
there.
be
Yes,
safe here.
got it.
It's so hard to shop with a mask on, isn't it? Anytime I think it's a good idea to go to the store and shop around, it's like essentials. Yes, you got to go to the grocery store. I hear you, but like that Target or that just shopping around for clothing is not that fun these days.
Not at all. Seriously, like you used to be able to go window shopping, just like go around the mall, enjoy a pretzel, maybe two, and look around. I hate it now. I hate it's so unless like you said it's essentials, I really don't want to do it. I don't no, 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 no. It's just I can't breathe. I mess up my makeup and then I still put lipstick on and I'm like, why did I put lipstick on? What am I doing? It's like it's
Right?
our first day. We've been at this for 3 years. What's wrong?
I know. We got to stick to online shopping these days, everyone. That's just where it's going to happen. You don't have to wear a mask. You can get everything you need.
It's so hard. Nothing fits the way you think it does. It's just the worst.
It is the worst. But what's not the worst is all the tea we have to spill today. And let me break down what we have on the show today because we are talking about a lot. First up, Cardi B is trademarking WAP on everything from booze to jewels. It's pretty crazy. We're going to get into that. Also, Swifties are coming in hot and trolling Jake Gyllenhaal and flooding his Instagram with Taylor's lyrics based on a new post he posted yesterday. This is hilarious. Plus, Nene Leakes is clapping back and dragging Andy Cohen and Wendy Williams over their shady remarks about her. The drama continues. Also, we're talking about James Charles' new interesting tattoo. And is it actually James Charles? I don't know. We're going to speculate about it. So we'll get to that later in the show. Plus, Mariah Carey is shading J-Lo in her new book. And guys, when I tell you where the beef started, you're not going to believe this. This is good, right, Monsi?
It is.
Yes. Then we're getting to Meg Thee Stallion's new song, Don't Stop with Young Thug, dropping this Friday. And we'll speculate all about that. Plus, Megan Fox and MGK make out in his new music video. They are partying. They're doing a lot late night. And we're going to get into it. Also, like I said at the top of the show, Demi Lovato drops a new song right after, of course, her breakup with ex-fiance Max Eric. And guys, it's just what we needed, in my opinion. Plus, we'll get into Jordan Woods gushing over her new boyfriend, Karl Anthony Towns, NBA player. She opened up to Extra in a brand new interview. Then Kim shares some photos taken by Kanye himself. He's coming back with his creative director hat. And there's some new photos to promote her Skims line. So I guess they're still going strong. They're working on it. Things are good. We'll talk about that. And then, of course, our OMT story of the day, Khloe Kardashian is getting a lot of shade from people that she stole Beyonce's face. Yeah, it's as weird as it sounds. But we will get into that for our OMT story of the day. So there's some good tea, Monsi.
Yeah.
Good. I want to look over at the chat. Cass is saying, good morning, T-Tribe from Chicago, Illinois. Oh, Macy's saying, good morning. Selena's saying, morning, Mika. Go, Mika. Go, Mika. Yeah, we're not going to dance, guys, because, our new co-hosts, I'm not going to put them on the spot. But listen, Mika, we're always good. Great to see ya. Nice to meet ya. Thanks for joining us. And hello from Nebraska. Iori's saying good morning from Georgia. Kat is saying hello, beauties. Alex and Monty with a heart. Aw, sweet. Hello, Kat. Tiny's saying howdy, Monty.
Hi.
And I think Kat loves your cute mug. Let me see that mug, Monty.
Oh my goodness. I got to give a shout out to my friend Juliet. She made this for me for Christmas. I thought it was so cute. I'm gonna make, just so you guys can see the detail, the little, she made it by hand. She said, she's like, yeah, isn't it so cute?
That is really cute. Does she sell them?
No. She should. I think it was just, she was trying to save a little money, and she's like, I made my friends gifts today, but I like that way more than anything she's ever given me, and I use it all the time, and it's the perfect size. Sometimes I use it for like a little bit of cereal or like a little bit of soup because it's not tiny. It's like a good size mug.
Yeah, it's very cute, and I love that. So isn't it great when you have friends that are talented? Yes. And can make things and do things for you?
Girl, I am so not creative. It's like I have to pay somebody on Etsy to make it look like I made you something, because I can write you a story. Oh gosh.
Etsy saves so many lives. I literally just bought a gift for a girlfriend on Etsy yesterday. like you said, that looked like I made it. I did send it with love and support, but I didn't actually make it.
Right. It's like we would
Adriana,
if we could.
exactly. But we'll pay for it.
Oh.
and that shows love too. Adriana says, good morning, girls from Indiana.
Ooh.
Oh, Alina saying good morning to the ladies of the tea, Alex and Monty. All right. Keep them coming in the chat, but Monty, it's that time to get into all this tea we have to spill. So cheers to
girl.
our BFFs.
Yes.
In real life and the Tea Tribe, of course, are always our BFFs. All right, so of course, we kick it off with You Missed It, and these are all the stories that you may have missed overnight. Don't worry, we handle all this trending tea for you. And first up, we're talking about Miss Cardi B trademarking WAP. So Cardi B is ready to milk WAP for all it's worth. She filed for a trademark over WAP to be applied to all kinds of merch, from clothing to bags to drinks. So this comes after she already started selling water-resistant WAP merchandise, such as umbrellas, raincoats, and ponchos. And then we spoke a few weeks ago about Kris Jenner doing the same kind of thing, getting ready to sell You're Doing Amazing Sweetie merch. So why shouldn't Cardi also get some of the trademark profit from her new catchphrase? So Monty and Tea Tribe, are you ready to drink some WAP juice? Or is the thought alone enough to just make you cringe?
So, first of all, it is not like Kris Jenner at all. I don't think they're the same. Kris Jenner was trying to steal a phrase that anyone can say at any time. I literally was like, can you take more money from us? I was totally against her doing that. But, I've never said the word WAP before Cardi brought that into my life, so I'm for it.
Yeah.
Will I be drinking WAP juice or WAP water? Probably not. But if I'm like at a club or at a bar and they're like, would you like to have a shot of WAP? I'd be like, yeah, I would like to try a shot of WAP. But not in like a bottle. I probably won't walk around with it at Target where it just says like WAP as you're walking around. Probably not. But go for it. Why not?
Yeah. Listen, I'm all about, a woman capitalizing on her own song and making merch from it. But let me just say, you're not going to catch me drinking any WAP juice anytime soon. Will I do an umbrella or a raincoat or a poncho? Yes, I would definitely. I think the umbrella itself is probably my favorite because you don't necessarily see it. It's a little bit more casual, but then you pop it up and say you're going to catch that rain. But no, Tea Tribe, are you going to have some WAP juice or a WAP cocktail? McCole says a WAP cocktail. Sure. Elaine saying Cardi make the money. Danielle says 100% smart for her to do. I would love a WAP umbrella. That's what I'm saying. Tiny says, sorry, but I wouldn't want WAP on my shirt.
Yeah, there's like a difference in how you want to advertise it. Like I said, I'm not going to have it like in my tumbler or like across my shirt. But like what if like it was like a little keychain that you just have like hanging from your keys? Like subtle, yes, but definitely a cocktail. I mean, there are shots that are called some crazy stuff,
That is true.
Yeah, so like saying the word WAP for a shot is a lot easier than others that I'm thinking about right now. Like, so I'm all for it, but subtle, like just like a little hint of WAP.
Exactly. Well, of course, I think it's great. She should trademark that because we know that not only us, everyone and their moms literally are talking about WAP. So, capitalize on that. But let's move on to this Jake Gyllenhaal and Taylor Swift news because this is pretty funny. So Jake Gyllenhaal's most recent Instagram post got more attention than he bargained for from Taylor Swift fans. So in a post to promote a nonprofit eyeglass brand, Jake found himself flooded in lyrics from his ex, Taylor Swift's 2012 breakup song, All Too Well, which many fans speculate is about Jake himself. So the lyrics to the song were posted over and over again by many giddy fans saying, quote, "You used to be a little kid with glasses in a twin-size bed." So obviously the lyrics were in reference to the pic that Jake had posted showing himself in glasses. So the teasing all looked to be in good fun though, and not, malicious in nature. But this all stems from this short relationship that Taylor and Jake had in 2010 to 2011, which led to some of Taylor's most iconic breakup songs on her album, Red. We all love Red. So many of the songs from the album were speculated to have been about her split from Jake. So this is right on brand. Do you think Jake really just set himself up for this? Or do you think he didn't know how powerful those Swifties are?
I don't think he knew that was coming. It's been so long. She has other albums. Red is my favorite Taylor Swift album. I think that's one of her best. So I really don't think he knew what he was getting himself into, but I love it. If I dated Taylor Swift and then 10 years later I posted a photo and people started commenting with lyrics, I would get a nice chuckle out of it. For sure.
Yeah, I think that he probably laughed to himself. And at the end of the day, who doesn't want a song written about them? I know I would.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if anything, it's something that's admirable, and makes you feel good that someone felt the need, good or bad, to write a song about you. So I love it, but I don't think Jake ever thought that it would cause this hysteria and have all
No.
the Swifties commenting on this thing. He was
Yeah.
just supporting a nonprofit eyeglass brand. Poor
I know.
guy.
I'm sure that nonprofit eyeglass brand is like, thank you, Tay Swift. You gave us way more traffic than I thought. Who would have thought you would have helped me 10 years later,
Right? Exactly. Two Tribe, did you know that Jake knew what he was getting himself into, or did he have no idea? In the chat, we're still talking about the WAP merchandise. Wesley says, we need a WAP mug, a WAP shirt, a WAP blanket, a WAP umbrella, a WAP raincoat, a WAP keychain. Keeps going. Pillowcase and tablecloth. Chantel made a good point. WAP merchandise isn't great for moms. My kids would ask what it means. Very true. There should be an age limit on the WAP merchandise.
Imagine we saw, I know we're going back, but imagine you see like a mom and a daughter, and then it's like WAP and little WAP. People would,
right.
Right? Oh goodness. No, I would laugh. I would enjoy it. Okay, back to Tay Swift. Back to Tay.
Yeah. Back to Taylor. Brittany says next time they will contact Taylor for the ad. LOL. Honestly, Taylor should get some money from this. A little 50-50 split on this eyeglass brand ad. Very, very funny. Karma says, love how specific Taylor is with her writing. I mean, that's one of the great things about Taylor is her songwriting, right, Monsi?
100%. Like, just because her other albums haven't been my favorite, it's just the lyrics have always been great, but the beat and rhythm of Red to me is better. You know what I mean? That's all it is. But her lyrics from beginning to end, I mean, when she was singing like our song, oh, stop it. All those lyrics were so good.
I mean, not many people compare to Taylor's songwriting, because at the end of the day, she's a storyteller. And being a storyteller, I think, is a lot more powerful than just, jotting a few lyrics down. And that's what she does best. All right. Well, moving on to probably what Nene does best as well. Let's get into this Nene Leakes news, because she posted a new YouTube video yesterday titled "Stop Using Me for Clickbait" with a smile emoji, to address the feud that is building around herself, Andy Cohen, and Wendy Williams. Now, we touched on this earlier this week, but it's still going on. Following Wendy's appearance on Watch What Happens Live last Sunday, Nene spoke out about their current relationship and the shade she received from the two on the show. She started by saying that bringing her family into the conversation was a low blow. She said, quote, "What you're not going to do is speaking negative of my family. And you tell me what the other housewives on any franchise is doing with their children that is so entertaining that you need to go so low." Nene then went on to say something about Andy, saying, quote, "Well, as you know, I've done his show more times than he has. He knows exactly what he was going to ask her. If you don't have anything positive to say about me after working at your network for 13 years, stop bringing up my name on your show to help your ratings. Stop it. Now, she wrapped up the video addressing Wendy one final time, telling her this.
For you, spend more of your time trying to figure out how you can drain your enormously large legs and feet.
Okay, so listen, after you watch that clip, I would say it's a little hypocritical of Nene to, you know, kind of talk about them going low and her kind of do the same thing back to Wendy. Listen, obviously there's a lot of pain and frustration between these three. What do you think about Nene's kind of YouTube video response to all of this drama going on?
So obviously, the right answer is, huh?
Dexter is not happy about this response. He has a lot
And
to
he's
say.
not even in, girl, he's not even in my room anymore. He's gone, and that's how loud he is. He's like a dinosaur when he barks. He's not even in here. If he doesn't stop, I'm gonna kick him out in 2 seconds. If I'll kick him out. No, I can't kick him out, you guys. He's just 90 pounds that I can't move if he doesn't want to move. Can you hear him bad?
No, we can hear him, but keep on going. Let us know. We got to hear stuff about Nene.
Okay, so obviously I think the right answer, or the thing that we hope we would do, is that we wouldn't fight fire with fire, right? You hope that you can come out on top and handle it better than the last person. But most of the times we fight fire with fire. So I don't like what she said. I wish she would have just said what she did to Andy and not what she said to Wendy. But I can't blame her. I feel like, you know, I want to say that I'd be better, but I probably wouldn't. I'd probably fight fire with fire too.
Yeah. You know, like I said, Nene's a smart woman. Like, I feel like she could have come back and gone high, and I don't necessarily, I feel like it lessens her argument when she comes like this. But that is Nene, and that's why we also love her at the same time. So we want to hear this type of response from Nene, but if we're trying to smooth out the drama, which I don't even know if that's her goal, you know what I mean? Her goal is to get the truth out, as we know. So maybe that's really her focus. Her focus not trying to, you know, keep these relationships in her life. It's more to like get her voice out there. So if that's her choice, then she's doing it right.
Yeah, and if her intention is to keep this going, then that's exactly what she's done too. Because she also could, if she would have ended with what she said to Andy, it almost kind of was like, hey, this is it. Don't talk about me. I won't talk about you. Done. But she didn't. You know what I mean? So she's obviously like pulling at the strings for this to keep going. And I don't want her to do that, but I think I would do the same. I do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also funny because she says, well, as you know, I've done this show more times than he has because, I don't know, T-Tribe, if you don't watch What Happens Live, Nene has took over for Andy as the host of the show many times. So it's funny that she's even bringing that up. And it's like, obviously she hasn't hosted the show more than Andy himself, but you just got to love her because she just comes and she says whatever she wants. And like I said, and you said, I don't think this is the end of it. I think this is only going to further this drama, and we're going to hear more, at least from Wendy. I don't know if Andy's going to get in the drama, but Wendy's going to come back with something.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys, I said it last week. I'm not a fan of Wendy Williams, so I don't know much about her aside from the stuff that makes headline news because unlike people, if I don't like you, I don't follow you, you know, unless you're the Lakers. I'm not a Lakers fan, but I know everything they're doing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. So does she have like big legs? Why does she say that? Has that been like a thing that she has big legs, big ankles, big feet? I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, I don't either. You know, Wendy Williams is tall, so naturally, with her stature, you know, she probably, I've never seen that or thought that or anything, but obviously she wanted to go low and she attacked her looks. And we know with women, men, you know, no one wants to be attacked like that with their looks. So But Wendy did the same thing to her. You know, she attacked her addiction, or I'm sorry, Nene actually came twice for her. Wendy's coming for her children, and Wendy's coming for kind of just her personality, saying that a spinoff would be boring. Which we know Nene is far from boring. So I don't necessarily agree with Wendy on that. I know that she has a massive fan base, and people are going to watch that show. But Nene keeps coming back harder.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. We're seeing in the chat, Wendy has a condition. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, these are really serious, tough things that Nene's bringing up. I don't like playing like this. This is dirty to me, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I think when you argue with someone and you're very hurt and frustrated, I kind of like a more powerful clap back that doesn't necessarily tear the other person down, but gets your point in the same way. But this is true fashion of Nene and why people love her. So we will continue to follow.
Yeah, thank you, T-Tribe, for giving me that info. I had no idea. And now I hate her comment even more.
Right. Oh, yeah, Kat saying she deals with Graves' disease. Lacey's saying Wendy has lymphedema. Anyway, either way, it's a low blow. And I don't know if she needed to go there. But still get your truth out. If that's your purpose, still speak out. But don't come for everyone. All right. So let's move on to this interesting news about James Charles and what everyone's talking about. Okay, so get ready for some very unusual artistic expression because James Charles had to dispel rumors that he got a butthole tattoo yesterday after fans started circulating a video that showed someone who looks an awful lot like the YouTuber doing just that. Take a look yourself. I don't know what we just watched, everyone, T-Tribe, and listen, it doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't know who would ever want to get some pain down there.
And like, how are you gonna show that off? Are you gonna spread? I'm not even gonna. Never mind. I'm stopping myself. Never mind.
You don't even need to get into that. But one fan saw this clip and begged the question, quote, "Now why would James Charles?" And once James Charles caught wind of this, he jumped right on it, posting, quote, "Girl, that ain't me," with the laughing emoji and all of that. Now, I can understand why someone wouldn't want to be mistaken for this poor soul in this clip. You know, the screaming, everything. It just doesn't look like a great time. But do you know, I saw this clip and I saw the gold chain and I was like, James Charles, besides the tattoo, because maybe he has tattoos we don't know about, but the gold chain, I don't see James Charles wearing. So I knew at first look it wasn't James, but he does have the same kind of haircut and all of that. So, you know, people may have gotten it mistaken. What do you think about this, Monsi?
It's so funny. I am with you. I saw it and I was like, I guess I see why you thought it was James Charles. But I was with you. I was like, I wouldn't have thought that. But if I was James Charles, I would have like stretched out the story a little bit. I would have like pretended it was me for just like a little bit. I would have been like, yeah, it hurt real bad, or like, actually it didn't hurt that bad, or something. And then in a couple days, or when it officially came out, it wasn't him. But I would have had a little bit more fun with the story because that video is hard to watch, but it's funny a little bit.
It's not safe for work, even work at home. It's not safe for anything. Like, just don't even, I never want to see that video again and I'll be perfectly fine. But
you are, girl. It's engraved. It's engraved.
Now engraved. I can't get it out of my head. But do you have any tattoos, Monsi? And where is the most unusual place that you would ever consider getting a tattoo? If you did.
I don't have any tattoos. I've thought about it many a times, and the places I would want were not unusual. So I'm kind of like not a wuss when it comes to pain, but I don't like needles. That's what it
Yeah.
is. So it's like I hear, oh, this place hurts, this place doesn't hurt. I would get one down the spine, my back, like my spine, like something going down, like Victoria
Cool.
Beckham.
Okay.
She has something written down her spine. It looks so
Yeah.
cute, so sexy. That's what I would do, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't like needles. What about you?
Yeah.
What about you?
I agree with you. I don't like needles, but I don't have any tattoos myself. But I do appreciate them on other people. So no shade if you do have tattoos, and
Not
please
at all.
let us know in the chat where is the most unusual place you would consider getting a tattoo. And don't get weird, T-Tribe. Let's keep this PG after that video. But do you have any tattoos? And share them with us. Emmanuel says, I will never get a tattoo. She said not a fan, or he said not a fan. Emmanuel, I'm not sure. Kat says same. Alex, she's not getting one anytime soon.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while you're telling us all about your tattoos in the chat, let's move on to this next story about Mariah Carey shading J-Lo in her new book. So, Mariah Carey's new memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, has just hit shelves and is already spilling some major tea. T-Tribe, you're not gonna believe this. So, in one section of the book, Mariah describes how her ex-husband, Sony Music boss Tommy Mottola, tried to derail her career by propping up Jennifer Lopez. So, Mariah writes that while she was producing her 2001 song Loverboy, Tommy interfered with the sample she was trying to use with Ja Rule. Tommy rushed into a deal to have Ja Rule stop working with Mariah and jump onto Jennifer Lopez's sophomore album, J-Lo. And Mariah said, quote, after hearing my new song, using the same sample I used, Sony rushed to make a single for another female entertainer on their label, whom I don't know. She's referring to J-Lo. Of course, the only person Mariah doesn't know, well, I guess there's two people she doesn't know. She doesn't know Ariana Grande. She said that on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. And she doesn't know Jennifer Lopez. She's the only person in the world that doesn't know these two women. What do you think of this? Oh, by the way, Monsi and T-Tribe, the song she's talking about is I'm Real, and the sample is the sample on I'm Real. J-Lo and Ja Rule, one of the all-time iconic hits of J-Lo's career. So what do you think about this revelation, Monsi?
So if it's true, that super sucks, Mariah. I am so sorry. Also, I'm okay because I'm Real with Ja Rule and J-Lo was amazing. One of my favorite songs of all time. Literally can play it all day, every day. Watching the music video in my head right now as she's wearing her cute little pink booty shorts with the zip up velour jacket, her hair up in a bun. Like, stop it.
That outfit, that juicy outfit, and the dance moves when she jumps with her teammates. I know all the choreography. Listen, J-Lo did that with Ja Rule, and I don't know. Do you even know what Loverboy sounds like, Mariah's song? And no shade to Mariah, because I'm a huge Mariah fan also.
Of course.
So you know Loverboy, right?
For sure. And I liked Mariah. And Mariah is a great singer. Her voice has changed, but she is a great singer. Could she have delivered something like I'm Real remix where it didn't necessarily need you to have the greatest vocals? Like it was more of like something that we wanted to be J-Lo and Ja Rule at that time, And I don't know if she could have delivered that.
Yeah, I guess, that's something we will always think about for the rest of our lives. What if I'm Real was Mariah and Ja Rule? I think it would have changed kind of J-Lo's career a little bit. Maybe, not that she wouldn't have, broken out anytime soon, but I just think that was a hit.
Huge hit. It was you know what? It probably still would have been good. It just would have been different. It would not have been the I'm Real remix that we have today. It probably would have
Right.
been good. Yeah, it just wouldn't have been that. And sometimes things happen for a reason, especially with songs. And maybe Tommy was trying to do his ex-wife dirty at the time, but I think the decision was right in the long run. It sucks if that's really what happened and they took the carpet from under her, but maybe everything happens for a reason, and maybe that's why that took place.
Right. And by the way, Loverboy was on the Glitter soundtrack. I see Celine saying Mariah Carey and Glitter was my childhood. Listen, I absolutely love Glitter, and I saw it in the theaters, and I'll always remember it. So, like I said, no shade to Mariah. I love both these women, but it was just shocking to know that I'm Real could have been Mariah's song. Wesley's saying, can't wait to read what she has to say about Eminem. Oh, Marshall Mathers. M&M's. There we go. That's his real name for those that didn't know. You already know, T-Tribe. No, but yes, very interesting. I don't think she'll say much. I think it'll be, if anything, it'll be one sentence. Or she'll say, I don't know him, as she does best. Right?
I hope she says that. I hope she says that. But she's
right.
not. I actually think if it's either going to go what you just said, say absolutely nothing, or it's going to be something. That's what I think.
Exactly. All right, guys, we're going to move on to our new music spotlight. And right now, we're talking about Megan Thee Stallion dropping a song Friday with Young Thug. This is good. You just can't stop this woman. I mean, she just keeps coming. And you're going to listen. So Meg posted to Instagram yesterday announcing the drop of her upcoming single, Don't Stop with Young Thug, dropping Friday, as I mentioned. The post included a gorgeous cover photo for the single, a detailed tattoo running along a woman's side that features Megan, Young Thug, roses, and a lot of Alice in Wonderland type imagery. You can see playing cards. You see the Chester's cat. Is that how you pronounce it? The white rabbit. Yeah. And
I think so.
You see the cat with the big smile. And what looks like one of the growing, shrinking potions. So there's a lot of Alice in Wonderland imagery. Now, this new song, of course, comes after a huge year so far for Megan, with collaborations such as Diamonds with Normani, Freak with Tyga, and Hot 100 chart toppers Savage remix with Beyonce, and of course, WAP with Cardi B. So, Monty, are you excited for the new single? And I know some people are speculating that it's a diss track for, of course, Tory Lanez. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited for the song to come out. I'm really curious to see what it's going to be about because Alice in Wonderland, the story goes that people who wrote Alice in Wonderland were under some real heavy drugs. So using that as your kind of way to promote it, I'm curious to see what she's going to talk about. I hope it's not a diss track. Girl, no, don't do that yet. I'm not saying don't come at that dude that's saying he didn't shoot you, but not right now. I feel like the same thing I said to you on Monday. We're in limbo. The story is the same. He said, she said. I wanted to move a little bit forward and kind of reach the end of this he said, she said, and then she can diss him. Kind of like a cherry on top.
Exactly. I don't necessarily want this one to be the diss track, even though, Tory Lanez probably deserves one, like you said. I don't want, this whole very difficult situation to be played out in the media. I just want it to go to the courts. I want them to arrive at, some sort of answer, some sort of truth, hopefully, like, we've spoken about Megan's truth. And then this power woman rap that just kind of shuts it down. Like, I don't even want her to say his name anymore. Like, only when she has to in court.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you, Alex. Don't even say his name. Act like you don't even know. Be Mariah. Who is that? I don't know who that is. I've never heard of him.
Exactly. Okay, so some people that you have heard of, and we've been watching their relationship for a few months now, Machine Gun Kelly dropped his new music video for the song Drunk Face featuring Megan Fox. And, the music video tracks MGK's days leading up to his album Tickets to My Downfall's drop, with scenes of late nights, partying, and car racing. Featured in those scenes is none other than Megan Fox, the love of his life, of course. Now, the scenes range from the couple making out to wadding through paparazzi to Megan painting MGK's nails. What did you think of the music video and Megan's kind of surprise appearance?
So I think Megan Fox is so gorgeous that if you're gonna put Megan Fox in your video, put Megan Fox in your video. Don't give me this little 10 seconds because you played with my emotions and then I stopped caring about what you were singing about because I was like, where's Megan?
Exactly. I completely agree with that. I think, you only really see the side of her face. It's like, listen, obviously this woman is the love of your life, as you said. And she's stunning. Megan Fox couldn't give more to your music videos. So show her off if you're going to show her. I agree.
It was like a tease. It was just, I was like, why? Are you just trying to make all of us jealous and be like, oh, this is my new, lady, but you only get 10 seconds of her. Come on, man. Give us Megan.
Give us Megan. Brittany's saying, if I had a beautiful girlfriend like Megan, she'd star in all my music videos as well. I agree. It's really, really, we just need more. At the end of the day, it's just a tease, like you said.
Yeah, just like Brittany said, Love the Way You Lie, which is that song with Rihanna and Eminem where Megan Fox and I'm blanking out on his name, but they are fighting the whole time.
Right. Who is she's fighting with
no.
Dominic. There it is. Dominic Monaghan. Fun fact.
I thought it was something else. I would have never guessed that. So
right. But anyway, we just want more Megan. So next one, keep her coming, but let's see more of her. All right. Speaking of keeping it coming, Demi Lovato dropped new music literally 30 minutes before we went live. It was crazy and pretty fast after, of course, she's been all over the headlines with, her breakup with her ex-fiance, Max Eric. So Demi Lovato dropped a new single, Still Have Me. And oh boy, if you thought she wasn't going to sing about the Max Eric split, you were very wrong. Take a listen.
Don't have much, but at least I still have me. I still have me.
The choir don't have much, but I still have me. I don't know if Demi wrote this before. We know she was coming out with new music. I don't know if she wrote this before the split. And then Scooter kind of gave her a little nudge, like, this is the hit, drop it now. But this is what I wanted to hear from a breakup. It's giving me Stone Cold vibes. It's giving me Sorry Not Sorry, that belting Adele. I know you and I spoke, Monty, before. It gives the Beyonce listen. It's just that kind of power song that you feel you're empowered by while you're crying all at the same time. You know what I mean? How did you feel about this, Monty?
Literally still getting chills from listening it for 4 seconds. You know what I'm saying? It is exactly what you just said. One of those powerhouse songs that you might be crying and eating ice cream at the same time, but man, is it making you feel better? For sure. 100%.
Exactly.
I don't think that she came up with this song in the last week. I'm pretty sure, like you just said, that Scooter was like, hey, this is the perfect time to drop it. Go. And, Selena Gomez came out and was like, I hope that I can put this album together of all my dark songs that I've ever recorded. So maybe Demi's the same way, where she has kind of these songs that she's recorded when she's felt the worst, and they kind of just hold on to it because they're special songs that you release when it feels right to do. And so that's what I think.
Exactly. Brittany's saying skyscraper. Yes, that's another Demi song that this would fit right in with. Tiny Media says, damn, first it's I Love Me and now Still Have Me. Okay, Dem, that's right. She had I Love Me and Still Have Me. Listen, at the end of the day, you always got yourself. And another part of this that I want to bring up, there's also a lyric in the song that says, "Still, so take my faith, but at least I still believe." So basically, that line right there, there's two ironic things about that line. She's talking about faith, and we know that's all Max is talking about as the new pastor in his brand new movie coming out in October. Max will remind you 45 more times. But I also think that, you know, she's saying, hey, I had faith, or take my faith, like you're not a good person, you had bad intentions, but I still believe in love and I still believe in myself. And that's what I want to hear, girl. So I loved it. T-Tribe, did you like it? McCole's saying, giving me throw a vase at your face vibes.
I love that.
Right?
Yes.
Right? And that's exactly what he's doing. Brittany says, I'm going to go listen as soon as you guys are done the live. You got to. Crystal says, you don't know when they broke up. It just happened to be announced last week, but you don't know. She probably had this written before too, like Alex said. Yeah, I agree. I think this was already probably written.
Yeah. Although that line you just said is almost too perfect. It's almost like she did just write this right now. But I don't think so. But that line, maybe that is believable that she had it and they were like, hey, just do these little tweaks and we're good.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. By the way, I don't know when the biopic is coming. That's how much I'm gonna watch it. I said October, and don't quote me on that because I was just joking. All right, but let me know. Oh, Brittany says he took them all down, responding to Mac's stories. Yes.
Oh.
But anyway.
Well, what did I tell you earlier, Alex? Max is a cuckoo bird.
Yeah.
Cuckoo bird.
Cuckoo bird.
He's a cuckoo bird. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know when he's gonna. I don't get his intentions, and I don't. You know, we know this much of this guy through social media and the internet and whatnot. Right. But cuckoo bird.
Exactly. Tina's saying, I want a bop from Demi though. Love the crooners, but I want a fun song too. Yeah, I agree. You know, I love a croon, but I love a fun song. So I feel you. I can do both. All right, but let's move into the Car Jenner gates because it's about that time for our Car Jenner tea time. So beep, beep, let us in. It's us talking about Car Jenners per usual. So first up, this is an extension of the Car Jenners. Jordyn Woods opened up to Extra about how she and Karl Anthony Towns transitioned from friends to lovers. So in a lengthy interview following the couple going Instagram official last week, Jordyn said that a mutual understanding of pain and loss brought them closer together. So she said, quote, I think that we've been friends for a long time, and naturally we're really connected over both of us losing a parent at a very young age. So it was a very organic relationship that we'd been best friends for a while. Now, Karl recently lost his mother to COVID-19, very devastating this spring, and Jordyn was there to help him through this difficult time. She also lost her father back in 2017. So she has some understanding of what that pain feels like. A source spoke to Hollywood Life about the way Jordyn and her family were able to be there for Karl, saying, quote, Jordyn and her family know exactly what he's going through, so they've been there for him every way they can. She's trying to help him through a tough time as a friend. She's very caring. So growing together out of a loss seems to have worked well for the new couple. Karl featured prominently in Jordyn's birthday celebrations last week. And then, of course, they posted that Instagram post that sent everyone into a frenzy where he has his hand on her bum. Jordyn said of the new relationship, quote, people were getting on me about the caption, But I just think that when you find the right one, you can really learn a lot more about yourself. It's about learning to evolve with someone. The right person will bring a lot out of you. So obviously, a sad start to this relationship, but it's really touching to see these two grow close to one another by kind of supporting each other through difficult times. I think that's very relatable, and sometimes the hardest times can bring the best bond. So I'm happy to hear that she's happy. How do you feel about this, Wansi?
For sure. And I'm really glad to hear that they had a friendship and a relationship prior to all this, that it seems as though they really know each other on a deeper level than I
Right.
knew, you know. So I like that. I think that's a really smart way to build a relationship with somebody, because after she went through what she did with the Kardashians and the Jenners, you know, she could have rebounded and jumped into all these relationships to create a new story, a new narrative, and she didn't, you know. And so now we're finding out about this, and it doesn't seem fake or rushed or anything inorganic. I believe it, and I hope that once the NBA season starts again, that they're able to survive, because once Carl Anthony Towns, once he starts traveling, and you know, she's a busy woman, you always hear celebrities and athletes who don't make it work. It's because of scheduling, that they can't spend enough time together, you know, so you grow apart. So I hope that they don't go through that, because right now life is a little different. And Carl Anthony Towns wasn't really at the bubble that long. And so it's just, I hope that they're able to survive once they both sort of go back to normal lives.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I also want to bring up the point that we spoke about before we went live about the story, that there is a chance once kind of the NBA season starts and, you know, of course, with the health guidelines, that things go back to normal. Monty, there is a chance that Jordan and Khloe, if she's with Tristan, could have a cross. What do we think about that?
I mean, the T in me wants it to happen so that we could talk about it, you know? And I hope if it does happen, it's more like it's either going to blow up and it's going to restart the drama, or we're going to hear like, oh, they were at the same party, they waved, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if necessary. I don't know what would happen. I'm interested to see what would happen if that crossover did, in fact, happen.
But it for sure can happen.
Right?
Oh, and like Tristan Thompson wants to get traded out of Cleveland. Like, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but just imagine in our world of tea that he gets traded to play with Carl Anthony and Anthony Towns. Like,
right.
Just
I know. Crazy. All right. Well, let's move on to this story about Kim and Kanye directing her new photos. So Kim Kardashian released another series of photos to promote her Skims line, photos that will be used for another magazine upcoming cover. So the photos were shot by Kanye West himself in a revelation of the couple working together on a creative project. Kim posted these photos to Twitter, crediting Kanye as the photographer. Now, this week has been all about getting their relationship back to a stable place. It seems like they're succeeding. They're still on a good track. Just a side note, one fan pointed out in the photos that there is some tricky footwork going on, writing, quote, "Still convinced she has 6 toes." So, of course, that was brought up, that Kim has 6 toes. Now, that's not a 6 toe, everyone. That is just a little extra. You know, maybe it was in the process of growing, but it just seems like maybe a little bunion, maybe a little extra. I mean, listen, nobody's perfect. And how do you feel about this, Monsi?
First of all, I love that you just said it was in the process of growing and then it didn't. But there's something off about that side of her foot. And I did the celeb bite when she took it to her stories, where she addressed it and then she showed her foot to the fans. She like grabbed it, and she has some sort of like extra fat under her foot, so when she steps on it, it comes to the side. It's super bizarre of a situation, for sure. Back to these photos. So I obviously want Kanye and Kim to work it out. They have all these kids together. Like, I think Kim really wants to work it out, so I'm rooting for them. But a couple things of these photos. I know she gave credit to Kanye, but how do how do we know that that he really did take those photos? And when were these photos taken? I know, like, we're hearing a lot about them this week, that they're trying to make it work. She posted that photo where we thought it's him, his leg at the wedding, and I also said, how do we know it's him? So maybe this was done months ago. Maybe this doesn't has nothing to do with now, but she's still trying to kind of control her narrative, and I think it's because she really does want this to work. She really
Right.
does want to be with Kanye and him to be good and healthy and for them to be happy and be creative together. I'm sure they really want that. So I'm not saying he didn't take those photos, but maybe he did a long time ago. I just
Right.
don't know if we can believe that this happened very recently and this is a sign of them working it out. That's all I think.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, we don't know when these photos were taken. I do think they're pretty photos. I always have loved that kind of sepia edit filter on a photo. So she looks beautiful. And I don't necessarily think this means that they're on good terms. I mean, they could be on good terms that day. But, you know, like you said, controlling the narrative is super important in media. And Kim and the Kar Jenner fam are, you know, queens and kings of that. So they're doing it right. To the six toe, however, I just want to say that shout out to her, because it's also rumored that Oprah has a six toe. And both of these women are power women. So I think having a six toe is like a magical kind of like talent. Like this means that you're gonna be a billionaire. So I yeah, this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing, guys.
So apparently, there's a story, I think it was TMZ that said this a while ago, that Oprah had it removed,
Right.
supposedly. Then they
All
also
right.
think that Halle Berry has a sixth toe. That's like another celebrity. Yeah, there's a famous tennis player, Maria Sharapova, who apparently
Uh-huh.
has six toes on both her feet.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
she's won like how many tournaments? Seriously, like apparently we all need to have a sixth toe because
Yeah,
all these
it's a
people are very
superpower.
successful.
Exactly. It's a successful superpower. Six toes for life.
That's the new superhero. Six toe. Boom.
Yeah, we're still talking about it. All right. Now we're not anymore. But we are going to talk about Khloe, because Khloe stole Beyonce's face. Well, at least that's what fans are saying. So Khloe Kardashian has found herself at the mercy of the internet once again over her new face. So in a recent series of promotional photos for the subscription service Ipsy, which I think she did with Addison Rae, I saw some footage of that. Addison's still going strong with that fam. Khloe is being accused of editing her face to look more like Beyonce. So Khloe recently became a brand partner for the makeup service, and these new photos have fans reeling. So fans ripped into the leaked photos all over social media, dragging Khloe's look yet again. Here's some of the highlights from the social media roasting Khloe. Somebody, please tell me why Khloe Kardashian is doing Beyonce cosplay. Do not copy, is the teacher saying. Do not copy your source word for word. That's plagiarism. My source, my lesson. Beyonce next to Khloe. Not Khloe Kardashian trying to be Beyonce. New month, new face. Oh, that's like that one. And then here's another one. Nobody, not even Arya Stark, Khloe Kardashian, Game of Thrones reference. Haven't seen an episode, don't even get it. But someone thinks it's funny. And then Khloe Kardashian every morning. Another one. Game of Thrones, which face to use. All right. Not going to roast her anymore because that's just not nice. But we will talk about it. So, T Tribe, how do you feel about this kind of edit of Khloe? You know, this is not something new that Khloe has dealt with in social media and people reacting to her photos and her edits and her filters. So, what do you think about this, Monsi?
So I actually didn't think she looked like Beyonce. It's funny with the stuff we just showed, the T Tribe.
Right.
It is funny. But if you would have just shown me those photos and been like, who does Courtney look like? I would be like, well, I don't know, but she's definitely got a ton of filters and she definitely looks different than the photo she posted a couple hours ago. But I didn't think it was Beyonce at all. But that was funny. That one about plagiarism, that was funny.
Right. When you put it side by side, you know, I see it. Of course, they have the same shade of brunette. That's when Khloe was a brunette.
Mm-hmm.
So I see it to an extent. But also, like, you know, they just love to hate what she does on social media. They really,
Yeah.
really just love to hate it. And so, of course, they're comparing it to Beyonce.
Yeah.
So I guess she still is a brunette. I don't know why I thought she was back to blonde, but she's still brunette. So T-Tribe, what do you think? Michelle says she looks unnatural. Jazzy says Khloe has a new face every 90 days. Karina is using the clown emoji. Mizna saying Adionce. Oh, that's an Addison Rae, Khloe, and Beyonce mixture. Wow.
That's so
Valentina says she looks different, but y'all are reaching. I kind of agree with Valentina. I think, yes, of course she looks different, but I didn't say watch that and scream Beyonce, in my opinion.
right.
Tiny says I always try to like Khloe, but she keeps changing faces. I didn't even know who she is. All right, so a lot of you are agreeing with the social media kind of backlash. I don't know, guys. I feel that this is, you know, social media and filters and all of that is kind of part of what goes on there. So it's like you can partake in it, you cannot. Obviously, Khloe is partaking in it, and so she's going to do what she wants to do.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to say. It's like Courtney knows what she's doing. And in reality, she never looks bad. She always looks good. She just looks
Right.
different. But she has to, in a sense, be a part of this and be almost playing with us.
Right.
If, you know, like, if I was in her shoes and people kept saying this, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to use every filter I can. Since you're going to talk about it anyway, I'm going to give you more to talk about.
Exactly. Then I better look real good in it because you guys already think it's a filter that, you know, you're already kind of condemning the filters I use. So I better look so different that you don't even recognize me.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You know, you just take it and then you make it better.
Yep.
But anyway, on that note, that is all the tea, of course, we have to spill today. Thank you again, Monty, for being on the show and talking all this tea with me. We'll be back tomorrow, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, same time. Unfortunately, Monty will not be with us, but Amy Cassandra Martinez will be back to spill the tea with me. And if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts after sippers in the comments below. What do you think of all this new music and, you know, Khloe's filters and all that jazz? And Monty, if they want a double dose of you, where can they find you?
Across social media at Monty Bolanos, and I'll be doing some celeb bites for the channel today too. So if you come back in a couple hours, you might see me dive more into the stories we've talked about.
Exactly. All right. And of course, you can find me at Alex Schiffman on all my social media. And on that note, Monty, it's time to wash our hands clean of a little tea and get back
But
to
I'm gonna
work.
keep them. I'm gonna keep them a little dirty because it's fun.
A little dirty, yeah. You still got some tea to spill. All right. Bye, girl. Thanks again. And bye to the Tea Tribe. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.